I'm a big fan of the show, love it. I can't wait for everyone to see part 2. I just wanted to ask what the creative process looks like for all of you.
Well, these guys started out, they write the scripts and then they hand them off to me and we try to figure out a way to make them. But we always are kind of kicking things back around. It's actually, the whole thing is, we sort of envisioned it from the very beginning and it's sort of all just sort of kept coming true.
Yeah.
So we'll write and it'll be we'll pass it back and forth, and there's definitely lots of arguing, and we'll come to we'll get some kind of working draft, and then Jonas will come and say, no, that, what are you guys thinking? That's stupid. Do this.
We can afford that, and then we have to figure out how to shoot it.
And then we'll do it, and then once it starts shooting, it goes back and forth a lot of times, and also goes out to the actors, who will look at, they'll look at it and they'll say, I don't know, how about this? And a lot of times it's a good idea, and so
it's collaborative.
It's an organic, collaborative process the whole way through, and then, then in post,
Absolutely.
we all do it justice.
Right on.
Has there ever been anything that one of you pitched that was just too crazy? We're we can't do that.
Hey, right? Every 2
most
seconds.
days, actually.
Yeah.
Totally.
The tamest idea is what makes it.
Not always, but it's but there's definitely been some zany ones that are still being debated. They tend to not die. They tend to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll revisit. We'll figure out how to make it happen.
Pitches wild animals.
Oh, okay.
And he pitches,
I just want animals to attack him all the time.
We have to get PETA on set. It's a whole thing.
Because there was last year there was that Kira became a dolphin trainer.
Yeah. I wanted to do. I wanted to do. Flipper.
Yeah.
You just want it to turn into a zoo. Is your whole goal in life?
Critters. Yeah, I do too.
All right, what are you looking forward to today at this event?
All the performances. I'm looking forward to seeing Remy and Glow, Jungle too. I'm just looking to see I always love coming to concerts and festivals, so I'm really excited for them.
And I know that you guys have been promoting, obviously, part 1 and now part 2, but what is it like being back with the cast?
That's amazing. It's like we never left. These are my family, my little homies. So.
I was talking to the creators, and they were saying that the fans aren't ready for what's going to happen in this part. They're kind of nervous for the reaction. Are you nervous at all?
I don't know. I'm nervous every year. Every time the show comes out, I'm always I hope people enjoy it. So I'm always nervous. So I can't really say if there's a difference between this one and any other time I've been nervous.
Have you ever had an experience where you heard kind of fan feedback and you were like, oh my gosh, did we do something? What's going on?
Every day. That's why I got to stay off it.
The internet is scary.
Internet's crazy.
And I'm so excited just to watch you grow as an actor. Do you have anything coming up that you are hoping to do or promote?
Yeah, there's a couple projects that I cannot speak on for secrecy reasons, but I'm very excited about the future.
So I was talking to the creators, and we were talking a little bit about the fan reaction. I know, right? All the secrets. I have deep secrets, but they won't let me share. But the fans always react to the show, and we're talking about how they're gonna react to part 4. They're a little nervous. Are you nervous at all?
I'm nervous.
What do you think it's gonna be? What do you think the vibe's gonna be?
Gasp, shock. We will see. I don't know. I'm actually on the edge of my seat. So,
have you seen part 2 yet at all?
Yes, but I haven't seen the final episode.
Me either. So
I know. I'm
keep those are the secrets.
So much so that I was there that day, and they're like, shh. I'm like, okay. Ooh, so sorry.
So we all just don't know where we're going next. Well, I know you also have your new movie out, and it just dropped on Netflix. And I want to ask, what that experience was like. How's that going?
Amazing. We filmed the movie in 2021. It was, me and Tony's really first movie, definitely first time leading a film. And to see that it's #1 on Netflix as of today is so insane, and I'm super grateful that it's finally out. It's something that I filmed when I was 3 years ago. Was that 3 years ago? Whew. So I'm glad it's finally out.
I'm so excited. It's so cute. I love the queer storyline in it. It's just so beautiful.
Me too.
How are you feeling?
I'm so happy. So grateful. It's so nice seeing everybody, and I can be here last year because I was filming, so I'm really happy to be able to celebrate with everyone this time.
What were you filming last year?
Last year I was filming a musical out in Spain. Yeah.
With Milo Manheim.
That's right.
We love him.
I love him too.
What are you excited for people to see in part 2?
In part 2, I think there's just a lot of turns and surprises, and it's very adventurous and dramatic, and this season I think just goes like en crescendo, and it just gets really, really exciting. So I'm for all of it, for all the characters.
Do you keep getting surprised every time, like with every episode, just like everyone else?
Yes. And it's funny because I filmed it, but even I'm watching and I'm like, oh, whoa. Yeah, which is really fun.
I was talking to Madison and she's like, I don't know what's going to happen at all. Like, I'm going to be real. I don't know.
It sounds like that.
I was like, me either. I hope someone knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, I know what she means, and same here, but I know it's great. I was there. They were great.
It's going to happen. It's going to be released. Something will be presented.
Exactly.
What is the most fun thing about working on this show?
I think everyone has really great energy. They're just having fun. I mean, and they've been in it for so long too. It's just a big family. But I really like that energy. It kind of reminds me of home and the way I grew up as well. Just kind of like, all right, guys, let's have fun, and that's why we do what we do. And so when there's like a group of people that are constantly reminding you of that and just making sure to like live it, it's really, really beautiful. Yeah.
And you work a lot with Drew Starkey, so I just want to ask, like, how do you work with that, creating that relationship on and off screen?
It's so easy to work on these characters with him and everything, because he's so kind and generous, and he's so caring for his craft, and to make sure everything we're working on is sincere on screen and it makes sense to the characters. And it goes from season 3 to season 4, and there's like a gap of like, so we have to fill that in, like, who are these people to each other, like these characters. But yeah, he's wonderful, and he's very, very caring to make sure it works out, and I really care for my work too, so really easy. He's a wonderful person, yeah. An extraordinary actor, obviously. So
how's it been since the last time I saw you?
It's been good. I was in Houston for this Outer Banks press tour. We were in Toronto. Now we're in LA and hanging out.
How are the vibes different from all the places you've been to being back here?
The vibes are different. I got my family here today. We got obviously the whole cast, the crew, the writers. Everyone is in one place, and it's really special. I'm excited.
I also love your rings, I just have to say. They're awesome. Yeah, ring tour.
Cutting off circulation a little bit, but
Are they not the usual?
no, I think it's that my hands are always changing for some reason. I don't know, but we're working. It happens.
You live, you adjust. It is. How do you get into character for this show? How do you approach Topper?
It depends scene to scene. If it's just like a fun, lighthearted surf scene on the beach, it's, we're just vibing, playing music, maybe some reggae music. But if it's a more intense scene where Topper's burning down a house, I got my headphones in, I'm kind of isolated to myself, getting in the zone. I feel like that's a pretty hard thing to justify. And actually that scene specifically, we tried to shoot 3 or 4 times, and a thunderstorm kept coming in and we had to leave set. So I finally got it done, but yeah.
How do you shake out of that mentality afterwards?
It's tough sometimes. Yeah, you do take it home with you. Sometimes you kind of, I decompress. I play Xbox, get some food, just kind of hang out. Everyone has their outlet, but I'd say mine is just playing some Xbox.
Yeah, you just gotta disconnect.
Just disconnect completely. Yeah.
And I've been talking to some people, and everyone's kind of saying that they don't really know fully what's happening in part 2. So how do you feel going into part 2? Do you know what people are going to expect?
I know. I actually haven't watched it yet. But obviously I've seen the scripts. I know what's going to happen, and I can't give too much away. I mean, it's coming out on the 7th. We're so close. I don't want to be the one to spoil anything, but you guys are going to love it.
Talk to me about the show. How are you feeling? Are you excited?
I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed. I really had no idea it was this much of a phenomenon. Really? Yeah.
Is this your first premiere?
This is my first premiere with the show, my first season with it. We were in Morocco and Charleston, South Carolina, both pretty calm places as far as media are concerned, and there would be a fan or two, waiting at the hotel to see some of these studly-looking fellas, but more or less I thought we were just making another Netflix show. This is not just another Netflix show.
It's Pogues for life.
It's something happening. Yeah, exactly. And so I'm feeling something different than I felt before. It was so fun to make the work. Everyone here was still very down to earth, making really fun. It's an adventure show, you know. You're making Raiders of the Lost Ark. You're making The Goonies. You're making Scooby-Doo. You're making Charles Dickens. You know, it's very fun, exciting, and then you come and see this and realize, oh my gosh, this is going to explode.
Do you have like a memorable experience since like being exposed to all the fans?
No, not really. I live in Brooklyn, so nobody's interested in some man of my particular age wearing a mustache. They avoid me like they're all cooler than me. Let me tell you. But I expect to, and that's okay too. I've got a lot of nieces and nephews and friends, kids and nieces, and they all could not be more excited. I've become their favorite uncle. I'll tell you right now.
You can name drop all these great people. You're like, yeah, I worked with them.
They all wanted to be here. I'm surprised that I didn't have to bring them here to maintain our relationships.
I mean, you mentioned just like how fun, adventurous the show is, but it also just has so much heart. So how has it been working on a show like that?
Great. You're messing around in people's feelings. You know, when you make a show like this, and not only that, but this is a show about kids who never stop trying. You know, they never give up. So and you know the nature of this show, and you know what adults do in this show. They're usually not up to anything good. So you do feel a certain responsibility in that. But luckily, there's a very decent sense of humor going through the cast. Nobody treated me like an outsider. It was even though I was there to usually ruin their day.
Has it been hard keeping secrets about the show?
Yeah, just don't talk to anybody. Just say, I can't tell you anything.
Oh, dang, that was my goal, was to get secret. I was like, have you exposed secrets? Which ones have you said?
Come on. I just tell people, hold on tight. Don't watch it alone.
Do you think fans are ready for what's going to be in part 2? That they're going to...
No.
Are you ready at all?
No, I'm not ready for what I think they're gonna say.
What the fans are gonna say?
Yeah, I'm not ready.
Yeah. It's so I don't like I think it's our best half season, and I'm excited. Like I want it to get out there. I want it's power. I think it's powerful. So, and I want people to see it. Yeah. So.